Get to this first page, read it over. Same thing as usual. Find your VIPs and get your gist. All right, everybody, look up. Did you underline 10-ounce box of cereal, $2.79? I am going to color code this for a reason. I know you guys can't do that, but it's going to lead into what it is that I want to show you down below. And then the second VIP is that 13-ounce for $3.99, right? And I'm going to pick a different color for that. When we talk about the gist of this, we're going back to revisit this idea of unit rate. What's unit rate? Because we've forgotten what unit rate it is. What is unit rate? When we are asked to find unit rate, what is it that we're being asked to find? Silly. The value of 1. That's what unit rate is. Unit means 1. I'm going to take my VIPs, and this, unlike what we've been doing, this is going to require 2 sets of template ratio finds. So we're going to make our TRF. Some of you still like to put the T, the R, and the F. I have no problem with that. That's fine. What is our template? What quantities is it that we're comparing? Lil. You got it. Ounce over cost. Notice I'm keeping this red because it's going to coordinate with the red VIP that I've underlined up above. OZ over C. If you want, you could do a dollar sign too. It doesn't matter as long as you know what's what. So then, what's our first ratio? J. Take a look at how I've color coordinated it up above, because that's the key. That's your first ratio. Okay, what goes on top and what goes on the bottom? The 10. Let's take the 10. What is it? Where does the 10 go? Why? And you got it. Very good. The reason why the 10 goes on the top is because I have established that in my template. That's why I make a template, because I now know anything dealing with ounces is going to go on top. And $2.79 goes on the bottom. Why? Because anything dealing with cost goes on the bottom. My template tells me to do so. I'm now going to make a common mistake that I see students make a lot. You got to try to tell me what's wrong. Take my second ratio, ounces, which is 13, over $3.99. What's wrong? Jules. Can't hear you. She said that we're trying to find what? The unit rate. So what should this be? Do I want to keep this or do I want to erase it? Alright, I'm going to erase it. What does go here? By the way, you're right. Don't try to figure it out yet, though, Jules. Listen, don't try to figure it out. Just set it up for me. What number goes here? Can anybody help her out? What number goes here? Wait. 1. Because remember, we have to find the value or unit rate for 1 ounce. You don't see this 1 anywhere in the word problem, but whenever we find unit rate, it's assumed that the second part of our ratio, the find part of the ratio, has to be 1 over what we're trying to find. Now we're set up. And by the way, I have to change colors. So I want to keep everything dealing with that first ratio, red. Katie Malone.
Well, at first, I thought that the thing that was wrong was going to be says you should round your answer to the nearest hundredth.
We're going to do that at the end, but not in the actual numbers. Right. We'll worry about that later. We are now all set up to figure out what this is worth. How do we do it? Let's make our rainbow. 10 divided by what gets you 1? Kev, divide by 10. Whatever I do to the top part, I got to do to the bottom part. Now I have to just set up my math properly. Remember, it is 2.79 divided by 10. So 10 has to go into 2.79. We got to do long division. Hopefully you remember your long division with decimals, but if not, we'll just recap it. 10 into 2, how many times? 0. You need to put that 0 there. That automatically signifies to us that we're talking about a cost per ounce of less than $1. We're dealing in cents per ounce. Danny, 10 into 27. Good. 10 into 79. Still not done. 10 into 90. Anna. Now here comes the all-important question, and I'll give out a candy for this. 0.279 rounds to the nearest what as a whole cent? Because this is why they are telling you to round your answer to the nearest hundredth. When you round to the nearest hundredth, that's this digit, you're really rounding to the nearest whole cent. Stritcher. Not 300. You're rounding to the nearest, in this case, you're rounding to the nearest tenth. You want to round to the nearest hundredth or nearest whole cent. Delane. 0.28. Now my question for you though, Delane. 0.28 is what as money? It's 28 cents. Go get a candy top drawer. I'm going to write 28 cents. I'm going to circle it. I'm still not done because they're not asking me for the unit rate of the 10-ounce box of cereal. They want to know what the cheaper rate per ounce is. So now I'm going to take care of everything in green. Same template, ounces over money. What's the second ratio now that they give us? Katie Malone.
They give us 3.9.
What goes on top? What's the second ratio that we've got to use? Archie.
You have to make it 1.
1 over what? Right, 1 what we're over what we're trying to find. So now we've got to do our division. And it's 13 into $3.99. Let's do it. 13 goes into 3. How many times, guys? Just say it out loud. Into 39, how many times? Just say it. Now, we're still not done. We still have a remainder here. And we still have at least one more cent or one more place value that we've got to fill out. So it's 13 into 9. How many times? Say it out loud. 0. And I'm going to bring down my zero, my annex 0, my invisible 0. 13 into 90. I just need to know whether it's a value greater than 5 or not, 5 or more. Because if it is, then I'm going to round up. Happen to know what it is? Stretcher. It is 6. You ready for your opportunity to get a candy? How do you round that? 0.306 to the nearest whole cent. Still you? You got it. 31 cents. Now, what's the better deal? If you're going to shop, what do you want to buy? Do you want to buy something that's cheaper or more expensive? And if so, what's the better deal? So that's really the whole gist of the question. Emily, you want to pay 31 cents over 28 cents? I don't. So what's the better deal, the 10 or the 13 ounce? 10 ounce is the better deal. What's the difference between the two prices? What operation do you have to perform? Don't say open heart surgery.
Open heart surgery.
I told you not to say that. What do you do? Subtract what two numbers? Very nice. What do you get? What do you get?
3.
3 what?
3 cents.
Good girl. .03 is the same as 3 cents. And that's how you do unit rate comparisons. It's called comparison shopping. Now, numbers 2 through 4 follow the same exact pattern. Find the unit rate for each one and comparison shop. 5's a little different, but 5's easy. All right, group up and go. Okay, so Juliana's going to help us with the remaining problems 2 through 5. So Juliana, first set up your template and your ratio for this. Okay, and keep going. Equals 1, and leave the bottom blank for right now. And she realizes here that she's got to divide both top and bottom by 10. And without doing the long division, because we don't have all that much time, what did you wind up getting when you did your $3.90 divided by 10?
39 cents.
0.39. Which is 39 cents. Okay, so that one's now done. And now we're going to do another template ratio find for the second part, which we can do in different color. Sure, do it in different color. No, don't erase it. Just do it in green. TRF. And we're going to do the same thing for the second part of the ratio, which is your 12 pound for $4.44. Equals. And when you did that, tell everybody what you got.
37 cents.
Or 0.37. So now, based on your math, what's the better deal?
The 12 pound watermelon.
At 37 cents, so write down 12 pound. Or you could put down also farmer's market, because that's the name of the market, so it doesn't matter, but 12 pound is definitely the better deal. And let me scroll down for you. And the difference between the 2 unit prices. To what? 2 cents. Good girl. Okay, good. All right, so here comes number 3. Same thing, TRF. Okay, set up your template. Be careful here. It's 12. Oh, you know what? You're looking at number 1. Go to number 3. And what is it? Cans over cost? All right, let's erase that. This is the beauty of live television. Okay, looking good. Did the math. And this one you do have to round, and when you round it, you got what? You got 0.274, right? And that rounded to what? Do you have it? I'm sorry, 0.33 repeating, and that rounds to just 0.33 or 33 cents. Okay. All right, let's do the 20 pack. Since they both start with a C, do CA over CL or cans over cost or something, so you know what's what. Good enough. As long as you know what's what. Now, when you did that, you got a decimal of 0.274, right? So that rounds off to what? To the nearest hundredth. Now you're close. It actually has to round down to 0.27. Okay, fix it. That's 27 cents. Now let me scroll. And the better deal was 20 or 12 pack. Say it again.
20 pack.
Put it down. And find out now how much more of a better deal it is by doing your subtraction. Six what? You got it. 6 cents. Not much of a better deal, but every penny counts in this economy. And it goes here too. 6 cents. That's okay. You showed it up there. All right, right? Last one. Well, second to last one of this type. The batteries. Batteries over cost. Yep, good. Which was rounded. You guys gotten 0.6245, right? Okay, 62. Put a decimal here. 0.62. Okay, do the 62 cents. Okay, do the 12 pack. This should work out evenly, right? 0.60. All right, put your decimal in. And what's our last question? Which it would be less expensive for the 12 pack. And what's the difference in cost? To what? Don't forget your units. 2 cents. Again, small difference, but every penny counts in this economy. And then the equivalent ratio table, the missing value. Counting by 360s, right? Plus 360. All right, going up. You're counting by 360s, right? So we're going to do it now. You had it wrong on your sheet, but let's do it now. So add that, and that's going to get you your answer. Fill it in. Good job. Say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye.